Hi, it's Linden Moe, your real estate expert advisor, and we're going to talk about keeping with the theme of critical mistakes home buyers make in today's market. As you can see, I'm standing in front of a trampoline, and you may be wondering, what does that have to do with avoiding critical mistakes in today's market? Well, I'm going to share a brief story with you in a minute to show you how a buyer lost $83,000 on just a couple of critical mistakes. You may also wonder why my hand is wrapped, and that's also going to tie in to critical mistakes that's being made in today's market. So let's get right into it. The critical mistake that I see buyers making in today's market, I'll tell you a quick story. A past client of mine referred me his brother, and his brother's a corporate lawyer, and wanted to buy the home by himself because he was a corporate lawyer, which is ironic because I have a lot of attorney clients, and what they say is he who represents himself in court has a fool for a client. Now, I don't know how true that is. I've never represented myself in court. I know that I did mess up my hand by not wanting to hire a professional to help me take down the trampoline in the background. So again, here's what happened. He went to buy a luxury condo, walked into the builder. Nice young lady, was nice to him, gave him some coffee, things like that, when he walked into the builder. He walked in as an unrepresented buyer, which means he went there with no buyer representation. So here's what happened, to make a long story short. I get a call a few weeks later asking, can I help him out in a situation? So what was the situation? The situation was that he had lost his job and that he just wanted his deposit money back. So I'm thinking, no problem, it's a no-brainer. I give a call to the management company, over there at the builder, because I know them and I've done deals with them, and I know that they have mortgage clauses because we put them in the contract as an addendum. So as I'm talking to the manager, I asked him to send me the paperwork over so I can do my due diligence to help this buyer out. Even though he didn't hire us to represent him, I did it as a favor to my past client. As I'm looking through the paperwork, I realized that they had removed the mortgage clause from the contract. Now, what that basically, the mortgage clause protects you to say that if you lose your job or you can't get a mortgage, you get your money back. So now that was a 10% deposit of an $830,000 home, which also I'm not quite understanding how he winded up only putting 10% down when he should have only put 5% down. They knew he was an unrepresented buyer. They removed the mortgage clause from the contract, the seller's agent, the listing agent, and his attorney didn't catch it. Now, mind you, the guy's a very smart guy. He's a corporate attorney, so he thought that he would be able to handle the paperwork. Somehow, he missed that, and the attorney missed that. Again, to make a long story short, what wound up happening is that despite my efforts after the fact, and despite me looking over the paperwork and having my own real estate expert advisor on my team look over the paperwork, an attorney with 20 years, it was nothing that we can do, and the buyer lost $83,000. So a couple of mistakes that was made in that, if you're a buyer looking at this, is that you never really want to go with it alone, and you never really ever want to trust the sellers or the listing agent. You want to have your own representation. Now, for some reason, and yes, I have on a purple tie and a purple shirt, just in case you noticed, and real men wear purple. Back on topic, just in case you didn't catch what happened in that scenario, he walked in there as an unrepresented buyer. Okay, going it alone, doing it yourself, can wind up a bunch of things happening, like me getting my hand cut by not hiring a professional. And this applies to many things, obviously trampolines, and also in a home buying process. So avoid a critical, costly mistake. Have your own representation. Hire your own expert advisor to represent you in the transaction and your best interest. This is Linden Moe, your expert advisor. I can be reached at 201-839-4927. Have a great day.